There you are. So we layered up the paint in the various colors. This is actually, I guess, a tricolor scheme on the dash. Let's just see what we ended up with and find out if we have to roll with it or punt. So I wanted the light green on the bottom of the dash, and then the dark green across the top, the body color. We got a little bleed under of the dark green here. The hunter green got onto the silver just a bit, so I'll just have to take a brush and just lightly clean that up. I could probably just dry brush it off. But there it is with the green, dark green on top, the silver instrument face, and I guess you'd call it a long bezel strip, and then the pale green underneath. And that should do our three-tone paint scheme on the dash. Let's see about the doors. I guess I can hold it like this. So what we had here was the actual panels of the door. I guess what you would think of as fabric covered panels. Those are tan. The armrests are light green, and then over the top here we have the body color as that is exposed on the window. There's our pale green armrest. You can see the silver accent panel centrally there. Let's see if I got some way to pick and pull that off. There we go. Sort of. There it is. So there's the accent panel, silver. And this, I'm going to run a strip of masking tape, just one of the small detail strips, across here. And then when we lay up the white glue and water solution onto the lower quarter inch of the door, we're going to put the embossing powder on that as if to replicate the carpet effect along the bottom there. I was going to sand it off first, but I think I'll just do it, this way. Pretty sure it should be all right. It should come out fine. And anyway, there's your three color. 1, 2, 3, 4 colors actually on the door panels. Alright. Strip off this tape on this one too. Right, here we go. So that actually worked out pretty well, I think. So layering the paint, we got to do a little touch up there. She got under. But layering the paint to get the various parts of the panel the way you want them is generally a good practice, since you're starting off with the lightest colors and finishing off with the dark. You don't typically have any problems with bleed through or patchiness or any of that. Usually it works out pretty well. And if we look at how the interior is sitting outside still drying, I was going to pop this in through its the opening in the cockpit tub and see how that looks. But I think if we just look at it with the dash, let's do this. So this will be tied in like so, and you can see how the metal insert panel lines up with the center line of the dash panel here where it's silver. The dark green over the top, as it should be, and the pale green, and it looks like I've got a little more touch up to do there on the dark The pale green lines up with the armrest, the pale green of the armrest. So we get good color continuity, right? That's what we're looking for. These 50s and 60s cars were really well thought out as far as how they were painted, and to what degree to what degree the effort was to have that sort of kind of a wraparound. It was almost like they were presaging the jet age, or rolling with the jet age, and trying to incorporate some of these features. The wraparound cockpit, right? The small kind of nimble cars. Now these weren't that nimble because the technology and the suspension and steering and so forth wasn't yet that evolved, and so some of these things, they cornered like a cinder block. But the idea was, with the fins, the intake, some of the other accents around the body of these cars from 1955, 56, all the way around about 66, 67, maybe a little before that, all incorporated some of this, jet age, faux futuristic, aesthetic. So that's what we want to capture here when we're doing the paint work on the car. It is just a model, but it's supposed to represent the real world car. And while I may not be using factory selected paints, it still would have been painted in such a way, I think. Right, so we're gonna shoot some primer onto the car, and the door skins, the outer parts of the door. I've got to figure out, I don't really like how these posts are just single free posts like this. I might just slice those off and glue them to the window frame, since that's where ultimately they're supposed to line up. And because they're molded and at a fixed angle, which doesn't necessarily match, and only on like a finer kit would you expect that to line up. On an AMT, it obviously doesn't. These stick out about 1/8 of an inch, and I could bend them or flex them or try not to break them and just force them into that shape. But I think what I'll do is just slice them off of the door skins and attach them right to the frame of the window where they would close up. I guess I could show you what I'm talking about. So let me put this up to the door, to the car. So here's how the posts are supposed to line up. You get the car door into the closed position, and it's supposed to line up, but you can see that sticks out quite a ways. It's really not going to fit that way. So I can cut it off here, attach it directly to the window frame, and just have the door swing out. I don't think, without having a wing window in here, to really be concerned with, or what have you. I think that's what I'll just take it off here and attach it there and call it good. And then the door will swing, and that post will remain fixed to the windshield where it's supposed to be. It's not flapping out like that. Anyway, just to make the model look better, it may not be accurate or to scale in this case, but we want to have something that's aesthetically right when you look at it. And I don't want to bend it and have it have that weird shape to it either, that kind of a curvature to it where it's trying to at least meet up with the windshield frame at the top, at the roof line. But it's bowed out or something. That won't look right. So anyway, door skins, door inners, dash, tricolor, 4-color paint scheme, layered effect using masking tape as we go. We started with silver, masked that off, sprayed the tan, masked it off to spray the armrest, and then we just covered the armrest and sprayed all of the green surround, the dark green body color surrounding the door and over the top. Right. Thanks for viewing this one. We'll have some more videos soon, and I got another kind of a surprise. I wasn't going to buy any more kits, but then my white whale showed up on a website, and I had to buy it. I had to. So we'll take a look at that kit in the coming days. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.